Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing something that I'm pretty passionate about, detailing my Tesla. We're going to go over all the steps I use to detail my Tesla using some awesome chemicals from the Salty Captain. I can't wait to share you guys all the details and how I do this process. I've been looking forward to this video for a long time. Let's get into it. So before we get started here, I want to talk to you guys about why you should listen to me as someone who gives you advice how to wash your car. I was a detailer for about 4 years, going through high school and college, working at a Cadillac and Hummer dealership. I know what I'm doing. I'm kind of the weekend warrior type when it comes to cleaning my Tesla. So hopefully you can get some really good advice from me. I've seen some other YouTubers go over how they clean their cars, and they give a lot of bad advice. I saw one YouTuber apply tire shine before he even washed his car. What are you doing? We're going to go through the right steps today. I'm going to show you how to do it, the entire process, and some really awesome chemicals I'm going to show you guys on how to do the process and really make it turn out right. When you start to detail or clean your car, you're going to need some essential items. This kit from the Salty Captain really takes all that guesswork out of it for you and gets you everything you're going to need to clean your car and do it like a professional would. So let's kind of start off talking about the essentials that come with this kit, and then let's go over the chemicals. Right off the bat, things you're going to need: a nice Chanel wash mitt, super soft, non-scratch, very important. They include a large drying towel for you to dry off your car. Again, super absorbent, has 2 different sides there. Absolutely love that. Some other ways you're going to need to clean your car are 2 brushes, a nice stiff brush for cleaning your wheels and a nice soft brush for cleaning those other hard to reach areas like your rims, around your trim, things like that. I love having the 2 different brushes that are included in this kit. A tire shine applicator. If you want to take your car to the next level, shine up those tires, really give it that completed, detailed look. A really nice applicator with a nice handle on it they include in the kit is cool. They also include a 5-pack of their microfiber towels, and it shows what each one's for. Red, gray, brown, purple, and green. Shows for different areas of your car so you can kind of keep them organized. Very high quality microfiber towels. You get 2 buckets that's what we're going to be using today, is the 2-bucket method for washing our car. A couple grit guards. These go down in the bottom of your buckets to help keep any rocks, dirt, contaminants down at the bottom so you're not picking them back up with your wash mitt. I'll show you how to use those too. This kit also includes their automotive musket, their Captain's musket. It's a really cool product. It's a way to fill it with soap if you don't have a pressure washer. Still allows you to foam up your car and do some of that pre-foaming before you actually do the contact wash, and releases some of that dirt and grit. So I really like that. I'll go over all this with you. That's a cool product too. Let's talk about the chemicals they include with this kit, starting right here with the actual car wash kit themselves. This looks like an amazing car wash soap. Their products have a lot of detailed instructions on how to use them, as well as QR codes. If you're unsure how to use your chemicals when cleaning your car, use this video as reference, but also scan the QR codes that come on their products. It tells you exactly how to use them. So that's cool. You get a nice bottle of car wash soap, some degreaser, some grease attack to help clean off brake dust, grime on your wheels, things like that. Really important. After you kind of clean your car, there's some other steps here. I'm really excited to try this out. This is their Drip Dry, a post-wash hydro coat. I've never used anything like that before. I'm really excited to see how it goes. There's directions on it. We'll be using the Captain's musket for that. One of the final steps that we always do in detailing our car is going around and cleaning all the glass. Some really great streak-free glass cleaner, some super interior cleaner for our Tesla seats, our vegan leather. It's going to work awesome. Excited to try that out and show that for you guys. And then some tire shine. And I'm actually super excited to see how this goes. I've tried lots of different tire shines in my day and excited to try this one too. So that's the kit we're going to be working with today. Now I want to take you guys step by step through my process, how I clean my Tesla, starting with the outside in, and we'll get all into it. I think you guys will like it. So as we get set up here, I got my rinse bucket all filled with water already. I'm going to add a little bit of soap to my actual wash mitt bucket, and I want to prepare my Captain's musket, a really cool product and a really cool innovation that I'm excited to use. You'll also notice that I got a GoPro on, so hopefully you can get some good shots and some good viewpoints of what I'm actually doing here as I talk you guys through this process. So I'm going to take some of my car wash soap, add a couple ounces to my actual bucket here, and then I want to fill up my Captain's musket. And the directions say fill up about 50 ounces, or 50 milliliters, sorry, in your Captain's musket container here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give this a shot. Right about to the 50, a little bit over. So that's going to be our soap. We're going to foam down the car to help get all that dirt and grime off before we do our contact wash. I said I'd explain everything that I'm going to do for you guys, and hopefully you can kind of get an idea of what I'm doing throughout this video. I got my 2 brushes here that I'm going to use as well to clean my wheels, and we're going to hose down the car here and get started. So we're getting things kind of prepared here. I have my soap prepared, I got my brushes ready, I got my Captain's Musket locked and loaded with some car wash soap in it. I want to go ahead and get the car wet, kind of cool it down. I've tried to keep the car out of the water as much as I could, out of the sun as much as I could. So I just want to cool the car down. I already have it in car wash mode. You saw me turn it in car wash mode. So now I just want to get all these kind of parts wet that I'm going to be scrubbing down. Then we'll come back with our foam and really kind of foam up the car before we do our contact wash. So I'm just using the Captain's Musket. This is a really cool little innovation here. I like this thing. You don't need a power washer. You don't need anything fancy to get it going. Just kind of, it's right attaches to your garden hose. So it's a cool innovation. I like it. So continually just cooling down the car. As we wash the car here in the sun, that's going to be really important. Continually cooling down the car, making sure the soap, none of anything actually sticks to the car. So you might see me a couple times come rinse off the car before I get the whole thing washed. And it's just because I'm doing this in the sunlight. Normally I try to do this in the shade, but I don't really have access to a bunch of shade right now. So you're seeing me do it out in the sun. So now that the car's nice and wet, I'm gonna go in here with this grease attack and actually liberally apply some of this to my wheels and my tires and really try to break down some of the tire shine that's existing on there, some of the brake dust that's on there, and really kind of just give this a minute to soak. You wanna make sure you do this with your wheels wet so it actually isn't gonna cause any issues or corrosion or anything like that. And I spray down my interior liners too, my actual wheel wells, so they get a chance to break down dust and grime on them. Perfect. Let that sit for a few minutes while I do all the wheels. We'll come back and scrub them all down. Now, since this side's in the sun, I want to go ahead and scrub these wheels first. So I'm going to use my stiff bristle brush and actually go around. Give the actual tires a really good scrub. Loosen up all that tire shine that's on there, any road dirt, grime, grit, anything that's kind of stuck on there, all the brake dust. Not that we use the brakes a lot in our Teslas, but that scrubs it really good. You can see all that on there. These are nice and wet. I dipped them in the soapy water. And I'm going to go through with the soft brush and just give my rims a really decent scrub and just kind of try to get all the little nooks and crannies so that these come out really nice and clean. I don't have to do a whole bunch of prep work on the end to really wipe down my rims. If you have a barrel brush, this would be a great time to get in there as well, but I just like to keep it simple. So now's the fun part. We're actually going to try out the foam cannon action of our Captain's Musket here, put it on that suds mode. We'll see what kind of suds we get. All the way front, you can see it nice and sudsy. That works amazing. Well, I'm really impressed with how that sudsed up the car for me. I like to do the pre-wash rinse to allow all the dirt and the grime on the car to have a chance to lift off. The chemical is going to do its work before I go in there with a contact wash. I don't want to scratch up or swirl mark any of my paint, so we're definitely going to let this sit for a little bit, try not to let it dry in the sun. Then I'm going to come in with my wash mitt. I have my grit guards already installed in my 2-bucket method. And we're just gonna let the wash mitt roll over the surface of your paint. You're not trying to scrub off a pan here or do anything with like a scouring pad. Let the chemicals do the work. That's a big piece of what we're trying to do here. We get all your surfaces, try to get them nice and clean, and we're just wiping them off. Essentially, the chemical has done a bunch of the work already, loosening all that dirt and grime and grit. Now we're just going through and giving it one little scrub down to make sure it all comes off nice and clean. Flip that wash mitt over, get some more scrubbing right on the top. A lot of people prefer the top-down method of washing, which is true. Generally, the tops of your car are a little bit cleaner, so you can wash those areas first. When your mitt is out of soap, come back to your rinse water, scrub it on that grit guard at the bottom, get all the loose dirt and grime out of it, back to your clean water. Okay, now we got the car fully done with the contact wash. Let's get it rinsed really good before we try that drip dry. Now that our rinse portion is done, I want to use a little bit of this drip dry product to try to reduce the water spots and see actually how it works. So I put a little bit in my foam can in here, my captain's musket. We're going to go screw that on the bottom here, just like it says. And then we're going to rinse the car down again using this product, and we'll see how it actually looks. I have it set to the product usage page. Let's see how it looks. It's a little foamy coming out. That's what it's supposed to do according to the directions I read. So we're going to get it all nice and coated, and then we're going to come back and rinse the whole car dish. So don't let this dry on the car. All right, we applied the drip dry super evenly across the car. I'm going to come back and give it a final rinse and try to bead as much water as I can off the car before we get our drying towel out. So the car is looking super shiny after we got it all rinsed off. That drip dry is doing wonders right now, beating that water off incredibly. I'm gonna go ahead and use the included drying towel, but I also like to use one of these, an electric air duster that helps me blow all the water out of the crevices around the car, the mirrors and stuff, and especially around the rims. So we're gonna dry off the car next. That drip dry is incredible. I can feel how much difference it makes when I'm actually going around with this towel. It's not leaving any streaks. It's really doing an amazing job just allowing me to dry off the car super simply. And this towel is crazy absorbent. I really like this towel. Get this side over here in the sun before it kind of all starts to dry on the car. So now I got the majority of the water off. Let's go around with the air duster and our towel and blow out some of these cracks and crevices, especially around the wheels and the rims. So now that we got the car mostly dry and out of the shade, we don't have to work at such a frantic pace anymore. Keeping the car wet when it's out in the hot sun using chemicals, it's really important. Now that we're in the shade, we can let that paint cool down. We can work at a little bit of a slower pace. The next thing I like to do is make sure the rest of the car is dry. The door jambs, the latches on the trunk there, the front, all the areas around there. So I go around with my drying towel and my air duster and just make sure I can blow out all the areas that are wet, keep them nice and dry. If you like this air duster, I'll leave a link to it down in the description. This is the Wolfbox air duster. I got it on Amazon. It's an invaluable tool for lots of things, but especially drying your car and cleaning your Tesla. So as we move inside to start cleaning the interior, I'm going to be using their Superior Interior Cleaner from Salty Captain, as well as one of the towels in their microfiber pack. They have a couple different towels in here. The red is for interior fabric and upholstery. So that seems like a good option to me. So let's take a look at these towels. They're really soft, really nice and fluffy towels. Let's find the red one here. Oh, I like the size too. They're really kind of extra big, better than towels you can find at like Walmart or something like that. So let's find the good towel here, the red one. What I like to do is work each section at a time. So I like to vacuum the floor, the seat, get up any crumbs, things like that. And then really kind of go to town on spraying liberally some of my interior cleaner all over the seat and really wiping it down really good with a towel. So I have this front seat area really nice and vacuumed. Let's try this interior cleaner and see how it looks. Bring it on, get my towel nice and wet. Oh, it's got a great smell. Really just kind of wipe it around on my seats here, especially up top here where people's hair sit. That's super nice. I have a little bit extra on my towel, so I like to just kind of wipe down all my kind of horizontal areas in the car. Don't worry, we'll come back and wipe off the screen later when we use our glass cleaner. And you're really not supposed to use chemicals on the screen. So I just like to use a nice soft towel when I clean the screen. But that looks excellent so far. I really like this interior cleaner as well. Let's head to the back. So as I'm going around and I'm cleaning all the interior surfaces, I really am liking this interior cleaner. It's doing a great job getting off any like dirt spots where my shoes scuff or anything like that. It leaves the leather feeling really nice in my Tesla. So this is a really cool product. I like it a lot. I mentioned it before, but I like rocking the carpeted floor mats in summertime. I think it looks really nice in the summer. In winter, I do put some all-weather floor mats in here, so my process changes just a little bit. I usually take out the all-weather floor mats, scrub them down in the driveway, hose them off, pop them right back in. But I just like to vacuum these, keep them nice and neat. The next step in my process after completing all the interior detail is really finishing up the outside with the glass and the tires. I really like saving the glass for last. It's one of my final steps. I love crystal clear glass. So we're going to move to the tires now. We're going to try out some of this Salty Captain tire shine and see actually how it goes. So reading the instructions on this, it does say clean and dry the tire. So I've let my tires dry. I cleaned them really good. Spray the tire coating onto the surfaces and evenly wipe with a sponge applicator. I like applying it to the applicator first, just so I eliminate some of that overspray. So let's get some on here and just kind of give it a nice coating, and we'll see how it goes onto the tire. I like to use it liberally, so let's see how it goes. Kind of move it all around, give this a nice coating. And my tires are already kind of shiny because I like to use tire shine. I use different kinds, and this is actually looking really good. It's kind of more of a wet finish than I'm used to. It's kind of moving around good on that applicator sponge. So get it nice all the way along your rim cap there. Let's see how it kind of goes. All right, let's let that dry and move on to the next tire. The final step in my detail process is cleaning all the glass around my car, including the roof, inside and outside. And I'm going to use this Salty Captain glass cleaner for this and the included purple towel, which specifies on the bag that it's made for glass and mirrors. I'm also going to use this after I'm all done. I'm not going to spray any chemicals, but I'm going to use the damp towel to clean off my main screen. So I'll show you how I do all that. A little bit of glass cleaner goes a long way as well. So 1 or 2 pumps per glass panel is going to be all you need. So I actually turn it on first. Get a nice, there you go. That's going to be all you need as far as glass cleaner goes. It's going to go a long way as you're spreading it around. The idea is just to wipe off your already clean glass from washing the car. You just want to get it nice and streak free from any of the drying process we did, any of that stuff. So I like to go around. One tip that I've seen is use your exterior motion the same way each time. So what I mean by that is on my last pass, I'm going to go horizontal like this. On the interior, I'm going to go vertical. So then if I see streaks, I know which side of the glass it's on. So let's just keep doing it that way. Horizontal is my final pass. And we'll do that all the way around the car. And generally, I don't spray my mirrors. I generally have enough of the chemical on my towel, but I'm just going to head down to my mirrors, give them a quick wipe, just to get off any streaks or anything that's left on there. any water spots. Perfect. Now the inside of Tesla glass is especially fun to clean because as soon as you open the door, you lose about an inch of your window here. So you just got to do the best you can. You can try to go over the other side and clean it over there. I usually just do it, not every wash, but once in a while, I'll actually clean that little strip. Most of the time I don't bother. So let's wipe off that dash screen by putting it in screen clean mode. Just using my towel that's already just a teeny bit damp from the chemicals on it. Wipe off all those fingerprints and nasty stuff. Well, I am all sweaty and dirty, but the car is looking immaculate. Let's take a look and see how it turned out. To me, nothing quite beats the feeling of having a clean and detailed car, especially my favorite car, my Tesla. I love these products from the Salty Captain. I think they did an excellent job cleaning my car. I would highly recommend them. I'd love to know down in the comments, what do you guys think? Did you see anything you liked in this video or how I used the stuff? What would you do differently? Let me know down in the comments. I want to give you my thoughts on each of the products and kind of go through them real quick. Again, this is the 20-piece starter kit from the Salty Captain, a company out of Australia. They make a lot of really cool car cleaning products, and they sent me this kit for review. So I appreciate that right off the bat. I really think this is a great starter kit. I would use this if I was just starting out. I'm using it to supplement my kit for washing my car. All these chemicals did an excellent job. I love the scrub brushes, the super soft actual scrub mitt felt great. The suds worked awesome. So I'm really just impressed with all the chemicals. A few highlights I want to talk about. This actually, the Captain's Musket, was really cool. It provided an amazing foaming action without needing a pressure washer. I like this little cup. I can just fill it up with a little bit of soap, spray the whole car down. It really allows the soap to do the work, to lift up all that dirt and grime so I'm not scratching my car while I'm moving it all around. So I like that kind of option to do that. And then you get to use it with the Drip Dry, another really cool product that I like to use. I've never used anything like that before. It really just leaves your car super smooth, a nice kind of lovely finish where there's no water spots or anything like that. That Drip Dry was awesome. You could really tell a difference when I went to use their drying towel, how smoothly it went across the surface and how quickly that water all beat it up. I really like the glass cleaner. It smells great. It did a good job. The grease attack was able to get all the grime off my wheels. The tire shine, it looks awesome now. It had to dry a little bit, but it's a really high gloss shine. So if that's what you like, I would highly recommend their tire shine too and their car wash. So this kit has everything you need to start cleaning your car at home. If you want to take your Tesla through one of the brush car washes that does all the swirl marks and leaves your trim all disfigured and discolored, go for it. For me, I treat my cars kind of like an instrument, right? I like to keep them nice and neat and clean them myself. I don't really trust other people to do it. So that's just how I prefer to do it. I love cleaning my car. Nothing quite beats the way that it looks after I clean it myself. So I highly recommend doing it yourself and picking up a set of these products. You can find these products. I'll have a link to them down in the description on the Salty Captain's website. Whenever you shop there, use discount code GAMBLE1080 right here on the screen. Helps you save a little bit of money, helps the channel. I appreciate you guys using that code. You can also find their products on Amazon. I'll have them linked in my Amazon storefront, linked down in the description. You can find other ways I clean my Tesla, how I like to camp in my Tesla, and a lot of Amazon accessories that I recommend from reputable companies on Amazon. So for your Tesla. So check those out as well. Thank you guys for coming back for another video on the channel. This one's a little bit different. I had a lot of fun making it. Hopefully some of that GoPro footage turned out kind of cool. Give you a little bit of my perspective of what you see when I'm cleaning my Tesla. But if you have any questions about any of these products, let me know down below. Be happy to connect with you guys down there. Have an awesome day. Feel free to like and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.